Lucky Dan, welcome back to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Part 16. We're pretty much past the halfway point. But, you know, once we get past a certain point, that's when we'll consider it the halfway point, I guess. Chapter 16, the Atonement.
Alright, who do we need to bring to recruit people this time?
What is this? Who are you? What have you done with Naysala?
This is something everyone's gaze should see. There can be no doubt. I gaze upon the last living wonder of the Serenus royalty. Those golden locks. Witness how they gather in the morning sun and multiply its brilliance. The genteel luster of those argent wings. Manifest proof of royalty, as sure as I am alive. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. A true work of art wrought in flesh and feather. All this beauty, mine. The fortune I paid the Raven King seems like a pittance compared to this treasure.
Just for a sec. My god, you do really good, Oliver.
Really good fat creepy.
What? Naysala? Sold me? To you?
You are exquisite, even in rage. Now if you behave yourself, I'll grant you a life of luxury. Oh, my nose! My beautiful nose! How is that beautiful? It's like a bunch of rocks.
Bishop Oliver, you winged freak! You'll pay for that!
No, you mustn't harm him. You mustn't ruffle a single feather of those gorgeous wings. My beauty, you mustn't be frightened. In time, you will come to see how kind and charitable a master I can be. This is fucking weird. Like, look, advertisement. What is wrong with this man? This is a sex offender.
This is madness. No, this is...
Oh, so frightening. How delicious. But I fear that we must be separated for a short while. Loyal servants, attend to my words. You must not raise a hand to this one. Prepare his meals with care, and do not disturb his rest. I would see that his contestants marred by displeasure. Herons, you see, are such delicate things. And then, at the proper time, yes, the proper time, when will that be? I say to you, those haughty senators and their ilk, look down their noses at me for the last time. I shall show them all. Oh, but I must have a grand stage where no one can fail to see me. The Serenus royals are creatures of legend, and I will arrive with one at my side. I can hardly wait to see Ducado's face. Oh. Wow!
That was brilliant.
Wow! Never been creeped out by reading anything like that in my life. Unless it's actual rape fantasies.
Oh my god. Naysala, you wretch. Curse your eyes. How dare you do this to me?
So we're gonna go rescue the pretty prince from the fat sex offender. Okay, I'm down for that.
And spoilers alert, he's back in Radiant Dawn as well.
So he does live?
Yes,
both
surprisingly.
Only one?
Yes.
Oh. How was the pedophile not killed?
And you get to recruit him in Radiant Dawn.
For what reason?
Literally, if you talk to him with one of the Herons, I think it's one of the Herons in the next game, I can't remember his name. Raphael, that's it. He goes, yes, I'm joining your team now, because you got fucking Raphael. He's gorgeous.
Ew. I've brought him.
Well done, Ike. I shall see that you are well rewarded.
Where's your usual entourage? I only see 2 of your holy guard.
Oh, there was some sort of disturbance. I think they're clearing away the rabble. But on to business. Is that one there the ringleader of the thieves? Why, he's nothing but a child. Has he offered up any kind of defence for his deplorable actions?
We are not... We are no thieves. We are trying to free the Lagoose that these filthy aristocrats hold in captivity.
What manner of absurd fairy tale is this? In the year Benyon 624, Apostle Mishar... Mishar? Fuck, I don't know. My honoured grandmother emancipated every last Lagoose slave. In accordance with her law, today there is not a single slave to be found in all of the Benyon Empire.
That's where you're wrong.
Ooh.
You lie. Countless noble houses even now keep Lagoose as servants or entertainment, or worse. In the Senate, those vast windbags grant tacit approval by doing nothing. That's enough. I've told you to keep a cool head. But...
Ike, why ever would you bring me such an ill-mannered rogue to meet me? What is it you're planning?
Because he thinks you'll be friends, alright? Jesus. If anyone's planning something, it's you.
Really? And what could you possibly mean by that?
Your last mission showed us the slave trade, and now you've put us in contact with an underground emancipation group. From the very beginning, I've found this whole arrangement a little odd. You have more vassals than you can use, yet you hire us for these missions. Your motivations have me puzzled.
Oh, I see. And have you solved this puzzle of yours?
You want to expose the depravity of the inner circles of power. But you don't want the general public to know that the majority of the Senate is involved in slavery.
And to think I thought you were as untutored as a wild monkey. You're actually quite bright.
It's the blue hair. I didn't figure it out all by myself. I have companions whom I trust with my life. They helped. Hey, hold it! What in the world are you talking about? Why would someone like to explain this to me? The Apostle is aware of Lagoose slavery. On top of that, it appears she intends to do something about this problem. Are you serious?
I am. However, whether I succeed or fail depends largely on what you do next.
So be it. I think it's time you told us about the next job you have lined up for us.
I've received reports that Bishop Oliver, the Duke of Tanis, is up to something suspicious.
Sex crimes!
Oh. Duke Tanis has a villa near the woods of Serenus. Go there, and return with irrevocable proof of whatever he is doing. If you succeed in this, I promise to support your Princess Alincia with all the power at my command.
We'll bring back whatever information it is that you're looking for. Be ready for us. Ooh, steaming nice command from our young boy there.
I'd like to report the results of our last battle. MVP Vok. Well, we did give him a lot of experience, so I guess that makes sense. And we've got Stefan, Tormod, and Murim. We'll definitely talk about Tormod and Murim when they pop up. Not that we'll be using them, of course, but, you know. This is
I thought Murim was just like a boss character.
No, he's
He
actually...
did not. He just looked so generic that he struck me as like just a boss character.
Wow. I guess the racism is rubbing off on you.
Oh, shut up. I guess the one Murim fan out there can at me, I guess.
There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well, blah, blah, blah. That is all by your leave. I'll excuse myself.
No. You don't get to.
Right, we're going to do our usual party shenanigans. BRB. Alrighty, and we're back.
Oh no, we are not
leaving
leaving
base.
base. Sport, eye concern. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Darts.
Do you have a second, Soren?
What is it, Ike?
What's wrong? You've been quiet. You've been quiet and moody for days. What's going on?
Well, it's
Yes.
nothing. Darts. You've never worried about who you are, have you? Your family? Or where you come from?
Who I am? Well, not really, no. I guess I don't understand what you're getting at. I had a father and I had a mother. And I don't remember much about her, but otherwise, no complaints.
It must be nice to have loving parents. You need people to experience your childhood, to help shape the person you will become. Without an adult around to affirm and support them, a child can't know which path to take, or who he really is.
Don't you have any memory of your parents?
No, the woman who raised me was not my birth mother, and she wasn't at all that fond of me anyway. My earliest memories are of her saying, "Why me? The world isn't fair," or "Stay away from me, child."
Oofed.
No love, no affection. She took care of me out of some sense of duty that she really didn't possess. When I was about 4, a nearby sage came by and asked to take me in. He said I possessed rare magical talent. I remember the day clearly. My caretaker was delighted to give me up. In fact, she seemed almost delirious with pleasure, smiling like a mad woman as she handed me over. The sage even gave her gold as compensation. Not that it was necessary.
Oh, sorry, I had no idea.
The sage was old, and knew that death would soon come for him. His only goal was to teach his art to an apprentice. As time was short, he put me through terrible, rigorous magic training. We worked day and night without cease. I didn't even have time to think about who I really was, but it was still a better life than I had ever known. When the sage died 2 years later, I had acquired much magical skill, perhaps too much for a child of my age. At any rate, once I had eaten all of the food in the sage's hovel, I left and walked for days to find help. Upon reaching civilization, I came to another grim realization. I couldn't speak. Not a word.
Soren.
Oh, I could read and write better than most of the villagers, and I could understand what they said. I just couldn't talk. I couldn't help it. The woman and the sage both used to hurl words at me. Unkind words, usually. But I never needed to answer, so...
Soren.
Huh? Oh, I apologize, Ike. I should have not have made you listen to such nonsense.
Soren, it's not nonsense. It's awful. It's the most terrible thing I've ever heard. Where did this happen? Was it in Benyon?
No, but there's more. I haven't told you about my parents. No, that's enough. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Wait, Soren! Soren! Blast. But we know who your dad is.
Oh,
Do you know who your dad is?
do you?
I do. I looked that part up, eh?
Okay.
I think this is both you.
I think you are right. Does that taste good, Jill? Yeah, it's really good. Why? Because I made it. I'm glad you like it. You made this? Yep. I call it Mist's Magical Meatloaf. It's chock full of stuff that's good for you, especially when you're sick. You look really sad, and you never eat, so I thought this would make you feel better. You're worried about me? Why are you so nice to me? I'm a Dane soul. Stop! Please, stop saying that. Why? It's true. Because it makes me feel bad. That's why. You're always saying, I'm a Dane soldier. Everyone should hate me. Blah, blah, blah. You're not a bad person, Jill. I want to be your friend, and you make it really hard. My friend?
Oofed.
Ooh,
Ileana with man? I don't think we're doing that.
we're doing Gatry. Unless we're doing Astrid and Gatry. We could do that.
We'll let it happen. Let it happen naturally.
Alright.
Info. Murum. You a Murum.
I am Warren. I'm also Stefan, so...
Murum.
Little one. How was it? Were you treated roughly? Did they attempt to punish you?
No, it was nothing. And the apostle? I thought she'd be some mean old hag, but she's just a kid. Really, she's even shorter than I am.
Little one, you must lower your voice and watch your tongue.
What? Why? Rest easy, Murum. Everyone in this room is with me. The apostle has no ears here.
That is good.
Murum. Speaking ill of the apostle here is considered treasonous. Keep it up and they'll kill you. Or threaten to. What?
Little one, while we are here, please choose your words with more care than you have shown. I beg of you.
Oh, right. I understand. For Leguse, you seem to know more about the court etiquette here than my fellow Bjork Tormund.
Bah.
That's cause I don't know much about any of this stuff, that's all.
It is no matter, little one. Ike, the reason I am familiar with the customs of Benyon nobles is I myself was once a slave.
What? Oh no.
For generations, my family served as slaves to one house. They were wealthy and powerful, senators all. As a child, I was raised never to question my station as a slave. From the day I was born, the most grueling physical labor was as natural as breathing. I knew nothing else. To ensure we were liked by our masters, we were drilled in the etiquette of polite society until it became second nature. We were slaves. We did what we could to live as long as we could. The most important thing was to not incur the wrath of our masters. If we disrespected them, we were punished. If we were lucky, we were beaten. If we were unlucky.
Murum, that's enough.
I'm sorry, Lord Ike. If a former slave like myself is present, all of you will be judged, scorned, and looked down upon. I came here to ask if you would take care of something for me. I would have you take care of the little one.
Why would you say such a thing? You were born a Leguse slave, and you're not allowed to be free? That's not right. That's why we promised each other we'd change all of that. We made a promise. Leguse, like Bjork, would build homes and plant fields. Families would live together in peace and freedom. That's the world we dreamed of.
That's a dream that belongs to us as former Leguse slaves. We don't need the help of another Bjork like you.
What?
Little one.
Does it really warrant that much concern?
Huh?
Since I first arrived here in Benyon, it's something that's been bothering me. If you're born into a noble house, you're a noble. If your parents are slaves, you're a slave. Do you think that a person's worth is decided at the moment of their birth? I can't understand a country where that passes for normal. I just can't.
Those don't sound like the words of someone working for Princess Crimea. Princesses are princesses because they're born into royal families, right? Are you going to deny that?
No, you're right. Elincia, she is a princess. I don't think we've treated her with more respect than any other employer we've had, but... funny. We've addressed her as princess the entire time, but I've never really considered what it meant.
From where I stand, I think you've been blessed. You were born a Bjork and raised in a country with a lenient social structure that's an enviable life. I can't word today.
It's so hard. No matter how hard I try, I'll never fully understand your pain. But listen, I don't treat Elincia any differently after I learned of her heritage. I'm not going to think of you or treat you differently because you used to be a slave. It's not going to happen. You're you, and I'm free to think of that. Free to think of it that way if I want, right?
Dots.
Murum, there's nothing anyone can do about your past, about the burdens you carry. And I know I don't know everything that's going on, but you shouldn't be trying to push Tormund away. He's dedicated to you, and being with you is his choice. It's part of his freedom.
I see now. I will go and find him.
If meeting those in the temple is uncomfortable, I can go and bring him back. What do you think?
No, I can do it. I have a good nose. Tracking the young one's scent while avoiding other Bjork is an easy task.
I see.
Never mind. May our friendship be true and endearing.
I share your sentiment. Our troop will have you for as long as you wish.
Yay.
Nice. Stefan. Green-haired boy. What the? Who are you? How long have you been a member of my troop?
I joined after the battle in the sands. My name is Stefan. I apologize for not introducing myself earlier.
Why are you here?
In part, it's because I'm curious. But mostly, it's the guiding hand of fate that has led me to you.
Huh?
In the desert, I watched the dance of your sword. You have a unique style, but it is incomplete, filled with hesitation. You have recently lost your teacher, no? Luckily, your foundation is quite strong, which is why I can be of service. Your technique, however, how powerful will it be when perfected? I would like to know.
Who are you?
You can learn the dance of blades from me without knowing my history, can you not? What say you? Let your heart decide. Yes.
I understand. If you can help me perfect my technique, I will gladly accept an invitation to learn from you.
Then prepare yourself. Come, attack me with all your strength. Hey, there's the oculate. So when Ike promotes, we'll give him an oculate so he can have Aether.
Hey!
Alright, and we'll see you guys in the next part.